The investigation is underway after yet another shots-fired call in Cedar Rapids today. It happened on 15th Street Southeast, just a few blocks away from a similar incident on Saturday.
This is an ongoing issue that has many afraid to even step outside of their homes. CBS News reporter Jason Hackett tells us what residents and law enforcement are saying tonight. Jason.
As Scott and Tiffany, those two schools on lockdown were Johnson Elementary and McKinley Middle. We actually caught up with a mother who had a daughter in Johnson Elementary today while the school was on lockdown. She also lives a few blocks away from where the shots fired took place today. She's frustrated, but she also says this is a problem that has no easy solution.
As kids take in those final rays of summer, a dark cloud continues to hang over a neighborhood.
It's just been getting progressively worse.
And two more calls for shots fired has Krysten Allen at her breaking point.
God forbid, myself or my daughter caught one of those stray bullets. I really am to the point where I've thought about moving out of the neighborhood.
She's not the only one who has had it with the violence. Charlie Schumacher lives near the scene of Saturday's shooting.
I was sleeping. I didn't hear it until, about it on the news.
He says even a day at the park with his kids isn't automatic anymore.
I'm scared to pretty much bring him here because, all the shootings.
We spoke to others in the neighborhood off camera. Some of them were on the scene of Monday's shooting. They claim many of the issues here are caused by gangs. Police maintain there is no evidence of organized gang activity. That being said,
are there gang members who live in the city? Absolutely. Whether they're gangster disciples or other members.
Others say the problems stem from a lack of police presence.
The cops ain't pretty much doing their jobs and all that.
Krysten says the police are there.
I can see them from my front window constantly driving by. They're always circling the park, and I don't see why the people with the guns aren't seeing them.
She says it may have gotten to the point where for some, that presence doesn't matter.
I hear people say all the time, they don't care, they'll go to jail, and maybe that's okay for them.
Chief German says these investigations are still open, so he can't say whether or not these shots fired are tied to gang activity. We also reached out to the Wellington Heights Neighborhood Association. They've worked really hard to change the complexion and thoughts about the neighborhood, but they couldn't get back to us on camera. We're covering the corridor tonight in Cedar Rapids. Jason Hackett, CBS 2 News, 10 at 10.